All right.
Okay.
My name's Eli. I'm the game master, and I'll redo the introduction after we've introduced ourselves.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Griffin. I'm playing Mitherland, the Lampier Agitator. My personality is liberatory, and my motto is down with our oppressors. My goal is to rendezvous with Ryan Blue and pass that along.
Hello, I'm Arkload. I'm playing the Pharaoh Banfree, the patient Trudon mercenary whose motto is one shot, one kill, and she is out to rendezvous with Ronnie the Blue.
I am Jaimin, Underworld Pharaoh's conductor. Personality is enigmatic. Motto is can't you hear the music? Goal is the same.
All right. Last time the party had just discovered, or they'd been given they'd earned their first spaceship, which had three distinct features. The three distinct features was a council room with a hollow projector equipment, an armory, and hard drives containing information about Lazaro. For the ship actually was Lazaro's ship before he was arrested. They found out some old locations that Lazaro had frequented before he was incarcerated, but they decided to go follow after their main goal, which is to rendezvous with Ronnie the Blue. So they arrive at Sargosa and started first picking up and trying to figure out information. They had found Theta's synth robot servant that had gone ahead to try to follow Lazaro and Ronnie the Blue. Unfortunately, he had been hijacked or kidnapped by several pirates. So they first Jaimin saved his synth servant, and it was a little bit of a rough scene, but you managed to push on and find Ronnie the Blue's base. However, arriving at Lazaro's base, you found nothing but death and destruction and looters. The looters made it only a little bit farther before accidentally triggering a trap and scaring themselves off, leaving but yourselves exploring through the old uh, ship station, essentially. And that's where we're at.
All right. And if I recall, almost the exact last thing that happened was that a ghost popped out of the console and then scared poor Dr. Lisk away.
Yes, Dr. Lisk was scared half to death by a ghost. And you blasted it in several consoles, and it retreated into the ship.
Well, we're not exactly alone, and my guess would be those traps weren't exactly automated. So I believe it's me and Nefiru up here.
Yep.
And I suppose we
Jaimin is
should
kind of
finish.
tailing back.
Yeah, I suppose we should finish this out. Lisk was pulling stuff up on the computer when this happened. Is that source still up?
It is, but Lisk is no longer here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can at least read it.
Yeah. He's pulled up the kind of computers, but the computers seem to only be linked to this ship. And so you see there's some old logs from the ship itself before it crashed into this asteroid. You see there's been several things that look like they have been jacked into it. You see some random games, a few viruses. It just seems almost like just a computer someone might have played on and fiddled around with.
Hmm. Not too useful for telling us what's exactly going on here. I guess we should keep an eye out. But I say we finish up this ship first. So I'll sort of go back down this hallway if you're at my back, and I'll open up
Yep.
this door first. See what we got in here.
All right, this opens up into another computer console. However, this one appears to have the just two chairs and a bank of screens, and those screens all appear to be connected to several monitors that appear to be here to pick up several rooms across the entire station. In addition to several of them that are watching the front of the ship or not the front of the ship, but
Oh.
all the entrances. You
So-
see several of them are fuzzing out in static, and there's a one of those old. I mean, you're sitting in front of the control panel essentially.
Okay, security control. Interesting. I'm just gonna kind of like see if the monitors show anything interesting on them. Maybe Ronnie the Blue happens to be on one of them.
You're flipping through these the security cameras, and the security cameras appear to be watching the entire of this kind of like first floor that you're on, and you've got one good view of where you landed, but all the other cameras seem to be staticky or destroyed.
Whatever those things are, they've done good work, I suppose. And I'll step away from the console. There's not much more I can get out of it, I think. And I'll step over here. I think this is probably going to be the helm of the ship here.
You step into this chamber, and it appears to be used in almost entirely for a storage area. You see, there's large crates and shelves. Each of these crates has the stamp of Ronnie the Blue on the side of them.
Well, this is his junk for sure. I guess I'll take a quick peek at the inventory. What kind of stuff do we have here?
It mainly comes down to mechanical spares and electronic spares.
Ooh, interesting. Well, I guess on our way out we could grab a couple of those. Interesting, the scrappers didn't get to it, but I guess they were a little busy. Alright, so I'm coming back out of the ship. I'll give a little wave to chime in. Well, time for us to check out a little further. I think last time there was like a saw blade like around here, right?
That's correct. Dangling in the doorway is a saw blade that's dripping. I guess it wouldn't be dripping blood. Well, I guess they have some gravity here, so it is dripping blood and pooling on the floor.
I'm gonna like find a piece of scrap metal, and I'm just gonna kind of like chuck it across the buzzsaw. See if like it responds to it or anything.
You give it a huck, and it doesn't react, doesn't move.
Well, I guess it's not automated then. What do you think, Nefiru? Chime in?
Perhaps we should try to take that down so nobody else runs into it.
That'd be a good idea.
Where is it again?
Right over here at this doorway.
Sorry, hold on a second. Fixing my zoom level. Sorry, you say it was right here?
Yes.
Yep.
Doesn't go off, right?
No.
No, then
No.
doesn't matter.
So maybe it was just a one-time thing. I'll skirt across it too.
Oh, it kills you. You
Oh,
didn't
no.
duck and say the holy words. Did you not watch Indiana Jones?
The penitent man shall pass.
There you go.
He was the son of a carpenter, so his spaceship would have been made out of wood.
All right. So as you walk through the
That's the Almer spaceship.
you walk through the doorway, Jaimin, and you have to spit a little bit. There's your face is covered in some sticky substance.
Okay.
It's nigh
This
and
ship is full of
invisible.
perverts.
And you can kind of wipe it off, and you see in the corner there, there's a ladder that looks like it descends down.
Far too big for Nefiru. I can tell. Look at the token sizes. He'll never fit.
Well, we do have a buzzsaw back there.
Why? Cut him in half?
Make him come
Or
back.
Make him a tube?
Yeah, make her compact. I don't know. I think you could still squeeze down there, right?
Yeah, you can still squeeze down there.
All right. I'll chime in. It looks like you want to go first, huh?
Well, it makes sense. This place is full of traps. I destroy traps.
Okay.
Traps
You
attack
can lead the
me. I
way.
attack them back.
So, he'll go down, I'll go down, and then Nefira can come up behind us. Like
All
that.
right. You come out into a small room with several desks set up, and inside this room, you see there's several dead Tousers that look like they've been hacked apart.
Hmm. Very interesting. I guess the whole place is full of buzzsaws, huh?
It's very funny because before I chose to increase my psyche, I was thinking of Rondo, right? I could just teleport through all this shit if I had.
That. So more trauma, more things like buzzsaw blades and stuff here, right?
Maybe you're not seeing any traps, like you don't see any buzzsaws hanging.
I mean,
from the
other than the
ceiling in this
one
room.
giant obvious one that's literally in front of us on the map that you haven't removed.
Yeah, the Galaxy Quest room there.
Well, we'll get to that when we get to it.
Where's this?
Oh, we just don't have any lighting layer.
Oh, you don't have any lighting.
Yeah, so this
it's fine.
giant, unavoidably obvious electric trap. Yes, no, we see that.
Oh, so now you
Now I
you were
see
able to
nothing.
see
You've
everything.
blinded. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why that was. I don't know why the lighting wasn't blocking you then, because there was.
I don't know.
Huh.
So yeah,
I had
no
been-
obvious traps, except for the one that we already now know about.
Oh.
Were you not
Gosh
concerned by the
darn
fact
it.
I said I could just teleport if I had taken this over all of this? To be fair, though, if I had taken the teleport and I could have like the Rondo breaker, I could just teleport through the entire ship anyway.
Oh, there we go. Now it's working.
So
yeah, there we go.
we open the door. What do we see?
Wow, who would have guessed? What could it be?
It looks a little dangerous.
Well, I mean, literally though, what do we see? Because all I have is a 2D representation. What do we see?
Yeah, so looking into this room has been the scene of an awful looking firefight. And you see the circuits and the panels that used to cover the walls are damaged enough that electricity spits between them and arcs together.
So up
Creating
through
a
the air,
dangerous
not just on the
field.
ground.
Yeah. Through the air as well.
All right. Well, I rip the electronics out from a distance. Psychokinetic.
All right.
Okay. All right, so you start ripping out the electronics from the wall, and they still cover the ground now and are arc even greater in electricity.
Right, but I keep ripping
Just
until the
exposed
wires.
more.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not touching the wires as I'm ripping them out. So eventually, I'm just gonna pull wires that have power in them, and they're not gonna be exposed anymore.
You're just like completely ripping them.
Okay,
out
how
of the
about this?
wall.
I fling wires that are clearly have electricity shooting out of them, and I fling them into other wires with electricity shooting out of them, so that they short out each other.
Okay. All right. So I need you to roll mind and craft. I need you to roll 2d8 with a d12 bonus for each of the following gifts: danger sense, sabotage, and
Just so I know,
yeah,
my inquisitive mind just wants to know, what does the roll represent?
this represents you trying to disarm it.
Right, but I'm flinging it psychically at one another.
Yeah,
Using my
does it work?
psyche is what I'm saying.
Right, so you don't have to touch it, but the question is, can you actually disable it this way?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, unless we're arguing that electricity doesn't work that way.
Maybe you don't break the right thing.
Well, I'm trying to break
Exactly.
everything. It's my argument.
Maybe the problem is it's already broken.
All right. Well, okay. What's above me? Before I'm so that I don't iron myself out to a set of actions. So long as I don't roll, I haven't taken any action. So, what's above me right now?
Above you would be uh, the last floor that you were just on. You just took a ladder down.
Okay. Let's see. If we go back up the ladder, go back this way, go back down the hallway, bust through the ceiling, float back down an equivalent distance away. Or I bust through the ceiling and look down through that. What do I see?
Where are you trying to bust through the ceiling?
Like I said, back up through back up the
Yeah, like
ladder,
where
go back
on
this
the map?
way, go back this way. There, about that far in the upward side on the floor up, 30 meters in the direction that I saw this room.
All right. And you no longer have your leap motive. What are you using to smash through the floor?
Psychokinetic attack.
How much damage can that do?
Weak damage +1. But weak damage is not a weak damage
No,
turns.
that's not applicable since it's.
No, it is applicable. It
Right.
turn. No, sorry, I'm thinking
Well, what I
penetrating.
mean is like the weak doesn't like.
Right.
Or does the weak still apply? Does it absorb twice since?
I don't remember. See,
Yeah,
I
that's
was
what
going
that's what I'm
to I was
wondering.
going to penetrating rules, which turns invulnerability into soak. I'll have to look that up. But it also has warp. But the fact that it's plus damage means that it can build up, whereas other flat damage is harder. But yeah, let me bring up the rules real quick.
Yeah, like since it's weak, does it apply twice, or does a weak rule not care? Like, do they not interact?
Invulnerability, page 124. Resisting damage. Target subtracts vulnerability from damage. Does not. I guess it would soak it twice, because it doesn't say, as far as I can tell.
Well, what does weak damage say? Does it say you soak twice? Like, what's the terminology?
Well, that's what weak does. Yeah, when subtract your invulnerability twice. Yeah, weak says it, not invulnerability. Weak says it.
Okay.
Subtract your invulnerability twice. But you're still you roll a d4 for inanimate object.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you have enough damage that, like, if you roll enough times, it can break through. Right? Because timing isn't really a factor.
What page did we say it was on? What invulnerability factors are?
I can never remember. You always find it first.
183? Yeah. Wood subtracts 1, stone subtracts 2, iron 3, steel and other substances 4 or more.
So this would probably be 4.
Okay. So you roll your d4.
Well, what I mean is you do 1, 2, 3,
I understand
4,
that.
5,
Let's
6.
just use this as an example. Just roll your d4.
Yeah. A 2!
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. This would be 8 invulnerability. So, yeah. Nope.
So even at your most, because it's weak damage, it won't get through?
Hold on a sec. I think I got better. Let's see. Yeah, I can do better. I can do better. I can fling parts of the ship at other parts of the ship.
Yeah, because that'll get you up to 10.
Well, it depends on how you roll. So your roll is more so a determination of how long it would take me.
4.
Right. I'm just saying that we would go back and forth. So in the long term, this can happen. So it would happen.
Yeah.
So I float up. I see this. I float up the stairway. I go somewhere else, and then you guys down here, if you don't follow me, just hear the most loud ruckus and banging noise.
Yeah, you just hear like metal and shit like screeching and cracking and breaking apart, and just it's an awful racket. But you burst through the ceiling, and you would see a room like this.
And another stairwell, or not stairwell, ladder.
So I guess if we go back up to where the hole is, I can just float down.
Yeah, I mean it's not far, so each one of you can hop down through this.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
well,
I would have floated down too. So that's what I'm saying. I would destroy,
Yeah.
look down, see it safe, go down.
I'm in.
Right.
Stop bumping me. I know we both fly, but
I was
there's plenty of space.
literally not moving my token.
I know it's. So down we go. Well, actually, there's some other things here, right? There's some extra doors.
Yeah.
Let's take a peek. We'll start back here. What we got?
All right, so you open up this door, and as you open up this door, I need you to roll a I need you to roll a speed, evasion, and observation with a bonus D12 for danger sense and sabotage.
All right, so speed. We got evasion, which I got a D8 for that. What was the next one? Observation.
Yes, it's speed, evasion, and observation.
All right, and I do have danger sense, I believe. Just
So
gonna
you get a
double
bonus
check that.
D12.
Oh, are we dealing with spiders?
We don't know yet.
No, well, I mean, I got webbed in the face, and the only thing, I'm sorry if this is, only thing I can think of is that these are the traps where they put grenades on the spider webs and you go through them and they explode. Because the only thing
Oh,
I can
God.
think of that you would be rolling that combination of dice.
Okay, so danger sense, and that was it, right?
It was danger sense, and if you had sabotage.
Right. Don't have sabotage, so here we go.
I'm sorry if
That
this is one
is
of those moments where, like,
2 success.
you're the consummate D&D player and you're like, oh god, those kind of droppings, we're facing the Flarnock. It's just one of those moments where it's like, webbing? Wait, why are you rolling observation and sabotage? Oh my, it has to be the...
Why did the evoker go into the bat cave? What could he be planning?
All right, you got a D12, so that's going to trump everything that comes out of this one. But
Yikes.
as you walk through this door, let's see if you can score if you see 2 or more successes, which you
I do.
you don't have 2 or more because I have a 7.
Oh, because they have a
So you
7,
have a
yeah.
12. So the trap still goes off, but uh, you're not going to get hurt by it, but it still goes off.
Mhm.
And another one of those chainsaw blades comes slicing out from the side, and maybe right as you're opening up the door, you hear it rev, and it slashes in, and you'd manage to duck under it.
Yeah, there's like a temporary, like high-pitched squeak out of Mithrlyn, but then she pops up, is like, "Yep, totally intended to dodge. I knew that was coming."
Observation and sabotage is...
It's a
Dodge
trap,
dice.
so sabotage.
I don't know, I just never seen those as dodge dice before.
All right. Well, and after it revs and moves, it just kind of goes limp, doesn't it?
It is actually still revving a little bit and like kind of bouncing back and forth.
I will go ahead and just take a step away from that for a second.
Yeah.
Chime in. I think we found something perfect for you.
Like it doesn't look like it's dangerous, like unless you intentionally like walked into it. But you think that basically the momentum of the blade is keeping it like moving and bouncing in whatever's kind of holding it up.
Okay,
That
but
makes
whatever
sense.
mechanical thing it did, it just sprung, used up all of its energy, and now someone needs to put it back.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. That case, I'll try walking past it then. Put a hand on like the arm, push it out of the way, go under.
Yep, and looking inside this room looks like it's a small, almost a greeting chamber where you see these two desks looking into what looks like maybe another entrance. This almost looks similar to a the entrance looks large enough that it could be how they get cargo in and out of this kind of asteroid base, or if they have to load any, heavy weapons or you can see like on the ground, there's kind of drag marks from what
Mhm.
looks like maybe a loader of some kind.
Makes sense. Man, it must be a pain getting it up that ladder, though. Um, so looking down this corridor, is it like actually a ship connected right now, or is this empty space?
Looking into it, it looks like that's a turn in the in the corridor.
Okay. I'm gonna guess. I guess I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna try seeing if there's any sort of trap set up on this ramp. I suppose. Is there
Yeah.
another thing?
Um. Give me a observation and mind roll.
Okay. I'm gonna roll 2d6. That's the success.
You kind of look over, you scour that kind of opening. It does not look like there's a trap there.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and start making my way down the corridor. We'll sort of take a peek.
Yeah, you peek around, and it's here that it looks like you look down into the opening of what looks like it's the actual like space dock or hangar in which a small vessel might be contained. You can see like on the ground that you can see is kind of is scorched from from engines.
Hmm.
And from here you can probably even start to smell uh, the various fuels used. But as you step right there, I need you to roll another speed evasion and observation.
Oh gosh, no. 8 and 7 this time.
All right, that's you've got two successes. So as you step right here, you pause as you feel yourself cross some sort of thin thread, and you look down and you see a grenade
Ooh.
right in the corner.
Right. So it is just like a thread on a grenade. Like if I just cut that, then it doesn't go off, right? Because you need to like pull on it and that pulls the grenade, pulls the pin out, and then it goes off, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and quickly disarm it then.
You would still have to roll because if you apply too much pressure while you're trying to cut it, that could pull the grenade pin.
Ah,
Right.
okay.
I have 2 dice in craft. I will assist.
You should probably do the main roll then. I don't have craft really, so.
Oh boy, I have 2d6 on this.
Yeah, it's mind and craft. And if you have danger sense or sabotage, you get a bonus.
Well, I got 1 success. It's hopefully that's good enough.
It is unfortunately not enough.
Well, at least you get exploded and I don't have to.
Yeah, so unfortunately, you go to you do exactly that. You go to try to pull to slice the webbing, and it's just a little bit too, too much pressure, and the grenade goes off. I am going to give you a bonus D8 because you're aware of this grenade, and you're trying to be careful. So it's not like it did caught you off guard, but you did accidentally set it off.
All right, so is this dodge or do I go straight to soak?
This is speed, evasion, and observation. And you get a bonus D12 for danger sense or sabotage.
And the D8 for being aware.
And the D8 for being aware.
Speed, evasion?
Speed, evasion, and observation. Right, and my
I'm just-
roll is my
I'm
highest is
just-
7, and I got 2 6s.
I'm just checking to see if I had danger sense. I don't. No, I do
No worries.
from my career.
Well, that'll give you an extra D12. And so you have a high of 9, so you're able to see it starting to activate before it actually explodes, and you dive out of the way, and it blows up.
Interesting. Well, shame, but at least nobody's hurt. You saw that thread, though, right?
Yeah, tried to cut it, and it was too tight.
I'm definitely thinking Jaimin might be onto something, but we gotta
Yes.
see somebody first. All there was that weird ghost. Oh, back triggering more traps. I'll actually go down the ramp now.
So you arrive down here at the ramp, and you see right in front of you.
Oh, the Soyuz space capsule.
Yeah. You see right in front of you is an old space capsule, and not and right behind it looks like another one that'd be right here that looks more operational. I'll draw it in just right here. Looks a lot more operational. Its running lights are currently on, and it's currently facing what looks like an opening that's out into space. Laying right here on the ground against this old ruined space capsule you see here is Ronnie the Blue. You see him lying in his spacesuit with his back against the old Apollo reentry capsule, and you can see in through his helmet. You can see he's badly beaten. You can see there's blood dripping on the inside of the helmet.
Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and start approaching him. Ronnie? Ronnie, that you? You awake?
All right, you can see him like raising his head weakly and like look up, and he blinks, kind of lifts his hand to shade himself from a light that isn't there. He sees you. Mitherlin?
Oh, let me tone that down. But yeah,
No,
yeah, it's me.
it, it's a trap.
I figured that you already
And
sprung all of it.
at that point, dropping from the ceiling, well, you didn't see them yet, but you see them now as they drop down. 2 racks dressed in sleek black suits with more of those chainsaw blades, those man
Oh no.
openers. And they are going to uh, they're going to move up and attack one each of you.
Okay.
So they're
Uh,
starting the fight. They get to go
Yep.
first, but we should still roll initiative.
Yep. Roll initiative to see how prepared you are.
When you're surprised, I believe the target number changes as well.
does it? What does it change to?
Well, it does in Ironclaw. That's why I got to double check on Myriad song.
Yeah, I think what I remember from conversation is that after Ironclaw, he stopped trying to do the increasing difficulty.
But did
because
this happen
combining-
before or after Ironclaw? I never remember.
Myriad
After.
came after Ironclaw.
I
for
just
sure.
want to double check. That's all.
That's fine.
No, it's on here. Caught by surprise. You want 6s or better. Or
Well, I got a 6.
I don't
so-
think we're completely off guard with all the traps we got to before here. But-
And we were warned by Ronnie.
Right. But he literally warned you the moment you got under attack, so caught by surprise probably is the fit. So you guys, under normal circumstances, would have had focus, but 6s or better is you're just prepared.
Right? I have my holdout pistol,
All right.
but I'm probably going to end up dodging this.
And you have your holdout pistol because you have 1 success. And Arcloid, it looks like you also have 1 success.
Yeah,
Does
so,
that means you're armed, right?
yes. Railgun time.
All right.
Ironically,
So
Myriad
they
Song
are going
also
to
does still have the reeling rules for a botch.
what's
If you roll
if you
all
botch an
ones,
initiative?
yeah, you go reeling at the beginning. So no changes from the Ironclaw initiative system at all.
So one of them is going to attack each one of you. They have to move into position on each one of you, and they will each attack. So who would like to go first? Who would Mitherlin or Arcloid like to go first?
I'll give a dodge.
Okay.
All right. They are wielding more of these man openers. So that's just what they're wielding.
Raph's favorite weapon.
So I have an 8, so hopefully I dodged.
That's hopefully a dodge. They have some D8s on their attack. And that is enough to dodge. So you dodge out of the way as one of these spiders falls from the ceiling, cutting at you. Luckily for you, is as you see this one descend down, it's got 1 man opener in each hand. It slashes at you, and that one at the end one is the breakdown dice. As you see it cough and fail. It's only got 1 left.
That's good.
And
guess my turn then.
Mitherlin.
All right. Hey, I have my Lampier shell now. I can claim a D8 cover when I dodge. So
Okay.
I'm going to do that. Basically, turn my back to them, and 5, 5, and 8. Let's see how that goes.
All right, that's gonna give you a pretty good chance. An 8, so we tie.
It's a tie. However, I have already claimed cover. I win. It bounces off my hard exterior shell, or the shell explicitly for my wings.
Oh, your shell is cover bonus?
Yes.
Cool.
All right.
And I have cover buff too, so I get invulnerability if I even took damage.
Yeah, so it flails at you and it slashes off the side of your chitinous shell, sending sparks in every direction. They have the sneaky attack ability, which would have had them roll additional 2d8s, but you guys both had cover and dodge and rolled 8s, so it's not going to matter. So
we got really lucky.
So
I mean,
don't
it
worry
might
about
matter against Arcloid.
it.
Does Arcloid have cover?
No.
All right, so I will roll those additional 2d8s, and there's 1 success.
Technically,
so it
a
actually
tie with
does
them.
matter.
No,
it is a tie.
that's against
Do you have any
Arcloid.
way to? Yeah. Do you have a
that's
way
what
to
I'm
claim cover?
Well, being right here, she could retreat behind this junk right here.
Yeah, you could fall back into the hallway. That would work. Yeah.
There we go.
So you fall back into the hallway as this thing falls from the ceiling. Kind of give like a hop back, and it slices in front of you, hitting off that corner of the hallway. And it is your team's turn.
All right, you want to go
Alright.
first?
All right, let's scramble. Move 6 meters. And fire at this one here with sniper shot.
Okay. Let me add, just for, not that it's going to matter ever for you, but here is the range. I'll put it
And
down.
is Methyline threatening this one?
Yes, I am. I have weapons now. I am now threatening within short. So
All right, not
basically, kind of this whole room.
Yeah. All right, so it's going to try to evade. So that would be this roll right here, and it does get an 8, so it ties you. And so it's going to jump on the other side of the cover here and claim that same corridor as your cover.
okay.
Oh yeah,
So
what is the distance you can move to get cover? Is that
1 meter?
because I don't know if this
That's like a
is
meter.
yeah. Well, I mean it's over, I guess, right here. If you'd consider this in cover.
On top of some junk.
I'm going to say that's not close enough to the cover to be able to claim the cover bonus. So you do hit.
All right, so that's 1 success makes 2 damage, plus 1 equals 3. Then proc critical, so that's a 3 damage hit.
So does the tie still count as does that dice that you use to tie still count as a success?
Yes. So if say I rolled 2 8s, even though they still would have tied with your 8, that would have been 2 successes.
Okay.
But
Right,
in
good
this
to know.
case, I only rolled 1 8, so it's 1 success.
I guess I'm thinking of like counterattacks where if both sides end up rolling the same, then both sides get a 0 success hit on each other.
Oh
Sorry,
no,
say
I
that
think
again?
I think it still matters how many 8s, how many tied dice you get
Yeah,
is how many
your tie
successes.
dice are your hits.
Okay.
Oh, they count as your hits? Okay.
Yeah, because they're the only dice that hit. That's why cover is the only thing that gates ties.
Okay.
Which is why it's crazy that Griff gives himself cover.
So because he can always win those
Well, I mean,
ties.
that he gives himself natural cover, not like he's holding a
Oh
shield.
yeah.
Like in Ironclaw, if
Oh.
you were holding a shield,
Oh
you'd
no.
give yourself cover, but he is
That's just for
himself
hiding.
cover.
Yep. All right, so that'll be 3, and that's usually a body and all right, so I'll just
Body and armor.
here's the soak.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I need to run to the restroom.
And so that'll be 3 going through on that fella. So that's hurt, panic, and injured.
What's got? Okay, yeah, not critical.
In relay.
For some reason, I thought critical went through and did not.
So that one gets blasted by a rail cannon, and is not in good shape. Mithril?
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just take a quick little dash. I'm gonna move like 3 meters over here. And now that I'm safely far away, I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at this one.
Okay, it will also try to dodge.
And I got 3d6 plus 2d8, and you are threatening, aren't you, Nafiru?
Are you asking the guy on the toilet?
Oh, yep, sure am. Toilet questions. I'm pretty sure the sniper
the
rifle has a...
railgun. He's using a railgun. So that doesn't have any threat.
Okay, so no threat range, no tactics dice. That's fine. I will
And
go
I know
ahead and
that
shoot anyway.
because he put it on his sheet there.
We got
It's
2
got threat
5s,
none.
2 4s. Let's see how they roll.
I got 2
That is...
4s. So
Yep, 2 successes with plus 0 damage and nothing else. So 2 damage.
and I soak one of them. So this guy right here is reeling and hurt.
Ooh, okay. Not afraid just yet. Let's see what happens.
Well, actually, I do threaten within 3 meters because of the bayonet, so let's measure.
Maybe a little far. What's the call?
Well, it's outside of 3 meters.
Yeah. So it's just outside of 3 meters, and we've already done all the rolls.
Mm-hmm. There
I
we go.
mean, it's
Well, we're
good
done.
distance outside of 3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it depends on when you start measuring from. Going center to center, yeah, that's like 5.
I mean, I've always gone center to center. I don't know what the official line is.
Okay. So, I'm all done. I've done 2 actions.
All right.
I guess
So
Jaimin
Jaimin.
technically has a round.
Yeah, I'm not even aware.
Okay.
Okay, so
My
you're out of
choice,
combat.
my choice not to roll initiative is me just remaining unaware.
Right, rise bad guys.
All right. This one is going to stop reeling. Well, that means it can only move, or it because it doesn't have any threat range on its.
No, he doesn't have
And it's
spinnerets.
afraid.
You can't spray anybody with web.
It is afraid, it can't attack.
Is it? No,
No, not this one right here.
Yeah, the one that recovered from reeling
Oh,
is
the
not
other
afraid.
one, yeah.
It does have spinnerets.
It has to have spinnerets to have made the
Yeah,
traps.
it does. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
I
it
just
has
can't
a
find-
ranged ability.
Just trying to find where that is. I misplaced the spinnerets.
Uh-oh.
Usually they're on the
There's-
back end of the spider.
Thanks.
Well, I think they're in the basic Rex abilities.
Oh, it's in the basic Rax abilities. That's why I was trying. I was
Well,
looking under there.
It's also not called Rax Spinnerets, which is a very confusing thing.
What's it called?
I don't remember. I'm getting there.
Oh, that's why I couldn't find it. I was looking for Rax spinnerets. There's
I know
only
it.
47 mentions of Rax in
Webbing.
the
Can make
Rax
spider
webbing.
silk.
Rax
Exhaust
webbing.
to create silk. Exhaust to create more silk. As an attack, strike range of short. Roll body legacy athletics shooting versus defense. Weak damage
What-
flat to smother.
What
Entangled
does
and may
smother
sweep.
do?
If you're
Smother is an extra 2 damage if you're not airtight.
right,
Well, that's not really going to help in this situation.
why not?
But
Is the
'cause-
Pharaoh wearing a spacesuit?
Are you wearing a spacesuit?
I was under the impression this entire time the place is pressurized.
And I'm
this-
airtight, so I don't have that question at my head at all.
this chamber was not, as it's open to space.
So you have been suffocating for some time now, in fact.
I
But you
own a
would know that.
spacesuit.
Yeah.
There we go. So I will I take away that last D8 and roll a 2 anyway. That's fine. That's all that changes, really.
So it will. Yeah, it will attack. Let's see, who is closer. We know you're outside of 3. You're both far away. He's gonna go after. He's gonna go after Nefero, actually, with the spider silk. Body
They're actually
legacy
equally
athletic.
distant.
Yeah. It's going to be. Yeah. Would you like to dodge?
But of course,
Also,
All right,
she,
let's
by
see.
the way.
Oh, she.
All the big ones are female.
Or your body legacy.
all right. So I got a 7. Let's see how well they do against me.
Has no. Ah. And so it's just a 1d8 and 2d6. And the high of a 7. Do you have cover?
I don't know if this junk counts as cover or not. But
I'm going to say because you're so large, the junk around is not going to count as cover for you.
all right, so that's a 1 success hit.
So that would be a weak damage flat 2
All right.
and entangled.
And I will roll that again. I forgot to make a weak part of the macro.
That's all right.
All right, so
But
I
it looks
still
like you've already got 2 successes, right?
right.
So it's just a flat 2. But you are entangled.
All right.
So you cannot move or retreat until you take the break free attack.
Plus, you now have a white horse following around, and this guy who's probably a criminal, but will probably fall in love with you by the end of the movie.
Most likely. All right,
All
and
right.
that's this one's here. The other one is going to stop reeling, and they are going to shuffle over, and let's see. I always forget how to calculate movement. It's your body times 2, or is it just your body die?
Depends on what
Depends
they're
on the
doing.
movement type.
What kind of movement are you doing?
What's the fastest movement again?
Run.
Running.
Sends you reeling.
Run is
Okay.
your max body plus your max speed plus half your speed die and +1 if your body is greater than or equal to your speed.
Why did you say half your speed die?
Because
1.5.
it adds your dash.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm used to hearing people just. I'm not used to hearing people say anything at all. I don't know what I said. I'm used to thinking just dash.
So it's your body, your mind, or your
Nope.
body. Sorry, not your mind. Your body, your speed,
Your dash.
which is half your speed dice.
Yep.
If they're just D6s, it's 15.
Yeah.
Plus
All
you can
right.
stride at the end. So +1.
So this one right here runs straight to the opening of this last ship that's powered up, and it'll be reeling. You can hear it. You get chittering in its helm through its comm or into the ship. Intruders! They're coming after us. We have to leave.
How would he hear that? It's a vacuum, right? And they're in spacesuits.
It's on general broadcast, I guess.
Cinematic.
I mean, I appreciate everything, but I have just been watching 2 seasons of Expanse where they had to put their helmets together to hear for that sort of thing.
I loved all those scenes in The Expanse. They really do it well.
And we
I
just had
gotta
a whole
watch that one.
conversation about vacuum and everything like that. So it's like, wait, how? Ah, they're jamming us.
All right. Well,
All right. That's the 2 of their turns.
Rise of Heroes.
all right. Let's reload and fire at her, the hurt one there.
Just stuck to
All
the
right.
wall. It's like, good, more bracing.
Reloading with an incendiary round because I don't like being webbed.
Okay.
Again, vacuum.
Comes
Oh,
with
that
an
is true.
oxidizer.
I
That
don't
was
know.
easy.
Then again, if they're wearing spacesuits, they might also be fireproof.
But even an oxidizer in a vacuum, what's it gonna?
Well, that's how rockets
Use the
work,
combustion
isn't it?
material and then finish.
Well, I just used a regular round, but I'm gonna take it off of my sheet here.
Well, you missed anyway.
Unfortunately, they get just a D8, which is just enough to dodge out of the way. You know, you're too telegraphed with when you're webbed, and so it's able to just keep ahead of your sights, bob and weave. And your shell chunks into the junk all around. And Mithril.
All right. I'm still here. I still got a gun, so I'm going to aim and then shoot, which will give me back the D8 I lost. So here we go. Bang.
Which
There's a
one?
6. The one that is currently still active.
Okay. My high is a 7.
Ooh, yep, that screens me out, and I click, I'm out of ammo. I gave it my best shot.
That is a beautiful sound if you're a Rax. And so this Rax is going to close its distance with you and will try to cut you in half.
All right, I'm gonna try to dodge, and of course, I'm gonna claim my my armor.
All right.
Can't hear.
It's got its bonuses because its weapon has been made concealable, and then it's got its breakdown dice. So there's going to be some dice, and then like a break up the d8s, and that wasn't a roll.
Yeah, I imagine Theta that it actually has like a radio transmitter on it to broadcast the sound to other people explicitly to scare it.
I mean, it also goes to show you why I don't know that you're in a fight. No one's contacted me over radio or anything. I can't hear anything because it's a vacuum.
All right,
I'm in a
that
world of
is 2
silence.
successes then.
That is 2 successes. It is a man opener with the concealable. So concealable, I believe, takes down the damage by 1.
Yes.
And so it has it's a +1, but the attributes, I should say, are critical and finish. You're not hurt, so the finish isn't going to apply, but the critical will. So it'll be the critical and then the 2 successes for 5 damage.
All right. So I have cover buff because I have cover. That's 1 invulnerability, and I'm wearing my hazmat suit, which is 2 invulnerability off the top. So we're already at 3. I'm only rolling 2 more dice though.
So you're going to get at least 1 status.
Uh,
Ooh.
And it breaks down. So the hazmat suit has
Ooh.
been ruptured a
Ruptured.
little bit.
The hazmat suit only has 1 invulnerability.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
it
then
does.
cover buff.
I have another one.
Oh no! I thought you said the hazmat suit had 2 invulnerability or something. I was like, wait, what?
All right, so I have now taken 3 damage, and my hazmat suit's broken.
Unfortunate.
So I believe that puts me at, what was 3 again? Remind me. We got
That
reeling.
is hurt, injured, panicked, and then reeling, of course.
I have a very important question.
Yes.
Your hazmat suit breaks. Your hazmat suit is your spacesuit that has
Uh-huh.
the airtight quality.
Uh-huh.
How you opened the door to space to the rest of the ship so there's no atmosphere left.
It doesn't look great. I might have to shimmy on out of here.
Well, the only thing I can think of for you, just to throw that out there, is they've got a powered ship right there.
Yup. Well, we'll see how that goes.
So that was the first Rax. The second one is currently still reeling and panicked. So it's going to take away reeling. Oh, it's going to move inside the ship. And it's going to hit the button to close the door.
Well, technically, that would be a control action.
Oh, would it be a control? Is that a control action?
Probably.
Yeah, to use a radio or any machine is simply a control action.
So it moves inside, it breaks line of sight, and gets rid of the panicked condition.
So that automatically happens. Yeah, it's not something it has to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. It's total. It gets rid of reeling. It moves in. It breaks line of sight, which removes the panic condition, and then that's the end of its turn. And the heroes rise again. Nefera, you are still entangled. Mitherlin, you just took a pretty mean hit.
Yeah, I'm just taking a look. Broken and unusable. The item is now broken and must be repaired, period. Before it can be used again.
Nefera is going to rally Mitherlin because that might be important.
Yeah, I can't find the suffocation rules.
Thank you.
It's on page 187.
But let's get rid of reeling instead because that you need all your actions just to get the hell out of there.
Is this the range that would be considered a?
It is short, so it would be against the D8.
All right. And that's a 7.
Damn.
Still reeling.
Oof.
Unfortunate.
All right, and let's try a body and strength roll to get out of entangle, or is there any other dice involved?
No, it's just an attack roll. So any attack roll. I was looking at it, and you just have to roll. It says an attack roll versus 3. So yeah, to break free, the entangled target must attack the entangling substance, which is a roll versus 3. What it says. So, what weapon are you going to use to attack it? The bayonet. Perfect.
And that's 4
So
successes.
4 successes. Surprisingly, you managed to slice open the webbing with and break free of it with the bayonet off your railgun.
And at this point, it has paid for itself. All the laughing that Rafferty did, hearing about me putting a little tiny bayonet on my big fucking railgun, is not worth it.
So here's an interesting thing about vacuum. It says you can't hold your breath if you're reeling. So since you got it hit and it broke your vacuum, at the beginning of your turn, there is a chance you have to roll body and endurance.